As you can see in the pictures, those youngsters, probably 13 or something like this, are in a youth group. It's a very common thing in Israel. I think this is the Boy Scout. When I was young, I went a bit, not a lot, to a youth group, and it was called Maccabi Tzair. Here you can see it. You can see, oh, she is pretty. A lot of pretty girls in over there. Usually your guard are. I mean, I'm talking about your guide. Yeah, usually is very pretty. I mean, imagine a bunch of kids. They're like 11 or 12, and they have like a guard. I mean, a guard and the guard is a girl. She's like 16 or something like this. Imagine what's happening. In youth group, yeah, you do a lot of camping and walking in the river, in the mountains, and outside. But also you do a lot of discussions about religion, about democracy, about culture, about moral, and also about things that relate to youngsters like boys and girls, and like social pressure and stuff like that. So imagine you're Israeli, you're 13, and you're having a debate with this girl about if God exists or not. I think I like. Of course, not everyone is going to youth group in Israel. I actually didn't go that much, but I you get to meet a lot of people all over the place, and it's just a good feeling all in general. So imagine you're Israeli, you're 18 years old, and you are enrolled in the Israeli army. You usually go to pretty much where you want to go, if you are eligible, if you fit enough to be in the place that you want to go. Some people they want to go to the paratroopers or to special forces, and they end up going to the Armed Corps, and they're very disappointed, and they take it seriously. But some just adapt, and say, "Hey, this is fighting as well." The thing about with this picture is you can see that those guys are newly recruit, and they just sit there and they're eating probably on Friday evening. But you see how the rifles are on the table, and some of them are praying or something like this. Maybe not, because maybe it's Friday night, so maybe it's not. It's you're not allowed to take pictures. But look how the rifles are. They're just tools over there. You don't see that, like, it's not like I have a shotgun. I'm gonna shoot you. It's my property. Or there's very different in this kind of attitude. It's like they don't even see the weapon as something that is here to protect you from intruders or from, I don't know, something crazy, but really just a tool for war and not against one another. It's amazing how in Israel it's so common to see when you are using public transportation, you will see soldiers going here and going there, and really there is no issue with them. There's no problem with them, and they're simply just they're the prime of society. Basically, they are the jewel of society from the other Israeli point of view. When they see them, they're well respected. But it's not like there is any conflict between the soldiers to the regular civilians. But it's very, very common. And some of them are armed. Of course, they are on their regular going out gear, so they're not in war gear or something, but they carry their rifle. But it just when you think about it from a point of view of like mass shooting and stuff like this, how come there are no mass shooting in Israel? How come? There are so many rifles, and people get angry sometimes. People, they have a lot of argument. Sometimes Israeli tend to argue, but you never hear about someone that had an M16 in Israel start shooting all over the place and spraying or whatever. You never hear about such a thing. And how come? It's just very different culture. And I'm showing you these pictures. Look how those people are happy to wear uniform for Israel and carry a rifle for Israel. Look how they are happy to wear those uniform. They all of them, they are volunteers. I know it's obligation, it's obligatory to serve in the army, but they can get away if they want it. There are ways to get it. Look at those people. They are running all over the country to represent their infantry unit. Look at the children. They're happy to give them to the soldiers, that they just find a way just to give them candies. Look how the children are happy to just take a picture with their brothers. Look, my brother is a soldier. They're so happy. They're so proud. They're just playing, and just be with them. People love them. Israeli people really, really love their soldiers, and they're not afraid of their rifles. So, besides the youth groups in Israel, which is just one aspect, in Israel, every week you have a family meeting. Why? Because it's Shabbat. Shabbat is a holiday, but not everybody is observing it. But even if you're not observing it completely, like I do, I don't observe Shabbat completely. Right now with Shabbat, and I'm filming a video. It's supposed to be not allowed, but I'm doing it anyhow because that's the way I am. But you get to meet your family. If you're not going to the synagogue, then you have kiddush in your house. So usually, first of all, the kids are there, the mothers are, sometimes family like the cousins or the uncles are coming. So the family in Israel is usually very united, unless there's some issues. Sometimes there are some families are broken families. Okay. But as long as the family is okay, at least they're doing, even if they fight sometime, at least they're coming for the kiddush. Now also there are holidays. Jews have a lot of holidays. Really, basically, almost. I think there's only 1 month in Israel that there are no holidays. All right. I mean, think about it. You have, okay, Rosh Hashanah, and then you have Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, you have Sukkot, Simchat Torah. That's September, October. Okay. Then you have Hanukkah in December, and then you have Tu B'Shvat in January. In February and March you have Purim. March, April you have Pesach, and then you have in May, June you have Shavuot, and then you have the summer. Okay. So and by the way, after Shavuot also you have Memorial Day, you have Independence Day. So that's an entire year basically that you have quite a lot of holidays. Um, and every holiday is a gathering. I mean, Purim you put dresses on. Pesach you have all this kind of food, and you have seder. And in Shavuot they go and they dress in white and they eat a lot of cheese and stuff like this. And Rosh Hashanah, you probably know Rosh Hashanah, and also there's a big meeting, there's prayers. In Yom Kippur there's prayers. In Sukkot they build a sukkah, and Hanukkah there's the candles and stuff, and there's food. So in Tu B'Shvat they go and they plant trees and they eat a lot of dry fruits. So when you are Israeli, you have the family, you have the ceremonies and the food and the meals, parties that you do, because there is a holiday, and it's every year, every year, every year, every year. So you get to have a lot of people that you know on a general basis, that are your friends or not your friends. One thing you probably don't know about Israel is that unlike America, that you have like the school with the cafeteria, in Israel there's no cafeteria. So there's that. Okay. Also, there's hardly any school bullying in Israel. I hardly saw any kind of school bullying when I was in Israel. Now, another thing is that you don't have this separation in Israel to like a sport team. Like if you see in American movies, you see that you have the guys in school that are playing football or something like this, football or baseball. In Israel, you don't have this kind of stuff. Basically, if you have a class, so the entire class is they're competing against another class in soccer or basketball. That's usually it. Okay, but you don't have like this the jocks or the guys that are athletic on one side, and then you have the guys that are not athletic that are being bullied by the. You don't have this kind of stuff in Israel at all. So you don't have the nerd. I mean, you have some people which are nerds. for sure. I saw some nerds. People, what do you mean nerds? I think that even nerds in Israel is something that it's going to be kind of hard to distinguish and understand. But there are definitely some people when I was in school that you can call them nerds. Why? Because they were playing D&D, and they were, first of all, they had glasses, like seeing eyeglasses, and I don't know, they're like read a lot of books, and they were really good in school, but we didn't bully them. I never bullied them. I was actually friend with a lot of people in school, and a lot of people were friend with me. So all this grouping thing, like separation to groups, as you see in American movies, we don't have that in Israel. So there might be a child in school that is violent, he's hyperactive, as we call it, and he's actually picking up on everyone. There might be, but that kid usually is being thrown away from school very fast. So you won't see him continue with you a long time if he's causing too much problem. Imagine that you're growing up with the same kids since the first grade to the sixth grade, and you have one child that is picking up on everyone. He's gonna be hated by everyone. So even if the school won't kick him out, he's gonna be boycotted by everybody else because nobody gonna want to talk to him. So you don't have that much bullies and stuff like this in Israeli schools. I hardly saw it. I only heard about it. But so that's one thing. I think actually it's three things. So it's the youth group, it's the family meeting, and it's the holidays that are basically making Israeli society much less violence than you think, and mass shooting. Imagine you have so many people that have M16 or Glilon or I don't know Tavor on them, and they could easily argue with one another about something. It could be politics, could be, I don't know, about a parking spot. You don't see anyone taking his M16 and shooting someone. You just don't have it. It's very, very rare, very, very rare. And this is because of many years of living in a society that you see everyone around you as your family, brothers, sisters. It's really hard to see them as someone that is, I don't know, you must get to the point that you must kill it, so you don't have mass shooting, you don't have a lot of violence in general. Think about in 2023, there was a lot of protest in the street. Anyone died there? Or did the right and left, did they kill each other? No. Did the police shot anyone? No. So it just showed that in Israel, society is actually relatively very peaceful. Yes. And this is why it's one of the most happiest countries in the world, Israel. Yes. Bye.